Sometimes forget about the Minister of Health and the Minister of Security. You are the parliament of rules. Work more with the people, the police. And I congratulate the new police that work, Mr. James and Corbett. I think all these guys get special training from the Americans, military Americans and the CIA. People like my former manager, Mr. James, at Corona with the supermarket. That's all my manager. These guys supposed to be hoping to do better, but somebody's like moving, saying it's tying up their foot. Now back to the city of Roseau. I'm selling in the city of Roseau. The city of Roseau needs serious maintenance, Matt. Like, you need to wash down the city. Look how much truck over there. Give Mr. Scotland share those water trucks. Like after the hurricane, you see the guys put a pump by the bridge and they was just washing down the guys from Barper State with dial tip. Much something can be done, better, than we does they're making noise. Because we don't prepare for the volume of people. That is the thing about it, It's the bouillon music, when you hear the Ministry of Tourism talking, it's the artists. And maybe the artists now have to think of setting up their own security. That people like Mr. David Andrew and Mr. Corbett and them that know the former commissioner that know training and set up their own security, the band members, as you were saying, is the bouillon that do some work on the street, maintain some of the street. You have a big company in Granby, they're underground, they fix sidewalk and those things. They get them people and change the whole system, the whole ministry system they're working. The October tell you there's a tie up when you go there, the gate block you. So much some of those things I think you have to do, and maybe you and Mr. G can raise some money for the Calypsonians that don't make it. Because otherwise the training going with Mr. G and this guy from Cali BC there, the former teacher there. All this will raise a $40,000. I'll raise plenty money for every other thing. Raise some money for the guys. Give Nashel, who that was supposed to be the king, give her 15 and give all the other Calypsonians some money. Try to raise a $40,000 because they are musicians, They have to keep the king going on. So maybe you, Maxwell, is a diplomat, you can help there. Do something.
All right, my brother. Well, I would like to do something for many people, Hello, talk to me. Hello, the capacity, something different. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Matt.
How are you? Yes.
Matt, listen to me well.
I'm listening.
Listen to me. When we're talking about environment and the money going in the wrong place, when you're telling me in La Plaine, the government take all NEP workers to go and visit the airport. You understand? Take how many buses to go and visit the airport? That making sense? Taking all NEP workers to go and visit the airport, spending our money uselessly. You understand? How we can have money to clean the country? How we can have money to clean the country? Yes, Matt, good afternoon.
I'm here,
yes. Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes,
Matt, let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
When our money goes in the wrong place, Matt, the government take...
Something is wrong with your telephone, though. I'm not hearing you clearly. You may have to call me back, because your telephone seems to be giving some problems. Go back to the area in the house that made that phone call clear, okay? But right now, we have dropped your call because we're not understanding. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Somebody says, I cannot take Mr. Rubbish utterances. You mean the guy who was calling for Matt to raise money for people too? For the artists to do the thing? On the telephone, 141 is the absent time. Yes. It's an open line.
This afternoon.
Yes.
I want to talk about a little about culture and heritage. Just to lend support to the cries of Ambassador Warwick Charles. I've been following Carnival for years. I've been involved in Carnival for years and participating. We are very innovative, and I love that. So our Carnival is going places, and I love the promotion and everything. And we have to be creative, and we are being very creative. However, in being creative and marketing, creating an industry, a business with our culture and heritage, we must maintain the grassroots, what it really means, the authenticity. So while I love my bouillon and everything that's about Carnival, I would love to see bands like Midnight Groovers, more of bands like Midnight Groovers involved in Carnival, on the Carnival route too. Because what we are seeing now is that Carnival is like becoming a younger generation thing. And we must remember, new broom knows how to sweep, but old brooms know the corner. So having said this, maybe it's an idea we can try. You know, because remember, some of these songs Midnight Groovers sing, some Kada songs, are songs about oppression, you know, which is what Carnival is about sometimes. These songs, the type of calypsos. And calypso and calypso are cousins, they are related. So I'm not sure, I don't know, I just throwing that out there. Maybe somebody can attempt it. You never know. No, maybe we will even see bigger crowds. We'll have a crowd for the young, the not so young, the old, the juvenile, you know, so it will encompass everybody, or more participation. So that is just an idea I have that has been on my mind. I'm throwing it out there. It can be discussed. I do not know, but maybe something good can come out of it, because we are slowly but surely losing the real sense of a lot of our culture and heritage.
All right. Groovers on the road, he's saying. Let's try one of the groovers. I think they brought him out there during the independence, and that was a good vibes. Oh, Talon, Anita, Lauye.
Argentine, non c'est Anita, depuis mon connecté, pas de mes travail. Il a qui lui fait toute la journée, en la fin soirée, personne pas de la de point. Oh la capola de cosa. Troisième matin, Anita j'arrive. Il commande tout le monde et quoi c'est gavet. Il toujours fait, et toujours mal. Mais à la fin, si même personne pas de la point, il point.
Oh, 145. Somebody says he's always going off track, want to say what everyone should do. What should he do, huh? Why is he not going to the Rosa Power Rep and suggesting his ideas? He needs to put his energy in the right place. Somebody says Grand Bish needs to stop having their own carnival, and they need to bring it to Roseau to add to the vibes, huh? So that way the visitors can get a full Dominica experience. Another thought, huh? Granby Carnival this year was kind of low key though. One other issue, somebody's saying, man, the parking in the roads is a mess. There needs to be a structural approach to this problem. The people's park. Cars packed all over the place. A clear obstruction to the traffic flow. Well, every time there's a tourist ship in the port, it's a mess, huh? I think we need to address that problem. I agree with you, huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Uh-huh.
Not have to laugh.
You laugh.
Not any little thing that happens. Children, if I have to raise fund for something, oh my God. That is how they think of Scheme 95. Thank you, man.
Well, maybe we have a Ministry of Finance here. 147. Hello, talk to me, huh?
Madness Diramp, rot in Pottersville, rot. We will get leptospirosis. And there's an old van in Pottersville. They need to take it out there. Please. We will get sick in this neighborhood. Bye.
Oh, so nurse.
Yes.
Where's the van there? Where in
The
Port-
van is in, well, maybe on Steve City. We're not going up to, I forgot when you buy Dr. Dublin and them there at the back.
Oh,
when
the back.
Going up to,
Okay.
that's what in my mind now. It's right there.
Okay.
It is a dinosaur I wanted to remove.
Okay.
And I tell somebody about it already. And I was telling him that he better sign front because I don't see people there. He's saying that is a dinosaur. Take it out there.
Take it
Bye-bye.
out. All right. My folks there in St. Thomas, USBI, I know you enjoy groovers every time I play it. I'm going to be a little groover. Somebody said, bring the midnight groovers on the road for carnival experience, huh? Just a thought.
Yo capote soule ataloho, la pou yo mache yo ka tombe. Yo capote soule akotala, la pou yo danse yo ka tombe. En partie di yo pa ni bombe, mais c'est ça.
And please, I made a note some time ago about the septic tank there in the T2 Gorge area. I hope this is rectified. I'm going to pay a visit sometime early next week to find out if this is rectified. The vendors there are complaining that the septic tank out there is a mess. And bus drivers and the vendors are complaining. So please, Minister of Tourism, try to get to address the problem. Or let's just empty out the tank, you know. Somebody saying the availability of food is another issue that we should address for the carnival. A street should be set aside for a food court. Upper Lane, for example. You mean the entire street should be just for food, right? You have food all around the place. Somebody said, I would come for carnival if we just had groovers on the streets, huh?
Yo capote soule ataloho, la pou yo mache yo ka tombe. Yo capote soule akotala.
Somebody says, Matt, I want to know who were the wise men who put the speakers at the front of the stage. The teenage pageant was blocked. The Miss Dominique was blocked. I watched pageant in the region and all contestants had no obstruction. So engineers, think about it, eh? The speakers blocking the contestants on the stage. Find another place for that. Can you help in finding a Roseau North pile rep? She has been missing for months now. We need help to get rid of the garbage in that area. Roseau North want some representation there. Let's go back to the telephone. 152, so many issues. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Doctor.
How you doing? How are you?
Oh, not bad at all, man. I was just calling to see whether you got that document yet.
I got that letter. I think I got that. I think I have it around here.
So you can have a look, and it could be a discussion paper there. Because as you can see, the problem is by the way, that is 39 years old. It was written in 1987.
That's a long time ago.
Yes, but the problems are still there, especially the problem dealing with the transportation of the finalists of the previous competition to the next year's competition. I feel everybody should be beginning the race, apart from the Calypso King or Queen.
They should start from the elimination point.
Year in question. Everybody start afresh, so it would mean you would have to have a longer show. The show might have to start sometime in the afternoon and then to go up. That is the first one, where everybody would be competing because, and let me just mention, I noticed somebody didn't know what Powizin was. But Powizin, if you don't know that term, it means you never played domino.
That's true.
Yes, Powizin is a domino term. The other thing is our good friend, the trendsetter, he sang something about the Lavie for Calypso. That's another thing which people have to know. The Lavie is a wick. But it's a historical event. We do not have Lavies again. But I just would want to send the song out, the call that Calypso itself is now buried by some of the approaches of the Calypso Association and the Bouillon music. But Calypso is breathing, it's not quite dead, so there's no need for Lavie on it. What has to happen is the appropriate work has to be done, especially in things like the judging. The whole question of because the judging will always be an issue, because it seems to me, based on the account I was hearing this morning, if, for instance, and a person winning by 1 point, if, for instance, one is placed 7th, one judge places 7th, and another one places 5th, they might have been, the interpretation of the criteria would have been viewed by them different to the general body. So this is a matter which has to be looked at, and I had raised this concept of the workshops years ago, a lot more years than the document you have in your hand. And it was a deliberate recommendation to familiarize the judges with the criteria. And also the workshop has another element where they could end up teaching our younger people how to write the Calypso. You see, so I noticed how you call them, the number one band, they ran some workshops. I think it was last year, a year before, Signal Band. But I think that is work the Calypso Association should be doing, and I have advised them in some of these articles which I have written. Every year they should make a budgetary allocation just for training every single year. It must, the workshop cannot be a one-off thing. It has to be a continuous process, because we have in the errors repeating themselves over and over. Like I myself hate to predict before those shows, but I had said, and I always believe you can predict only when the show is over. by virtue of what we have seen happening in the past. And look, it's still happening again. You have this person who forgot their lines and so on. And all of these things happen because of the pressure of the crowd, the size of the crowd, and the fact that you have to cram a calypso to come in front of a huge crowd. So sometimes you kind of panic. But I believe that the funds have to be set aside because this thing is a big thing, and the association must think about the income which the calypsos could bring into Dominica. Because the same way we sing other people's calypso, once we have a top-class calypso, it will sell just as the foreign ones which we sing. But it just has to be well composed, that's all. So I just wanted to share this thing. But the thoughts which you see in that document which I left for you, these are thoughts of 39 years ago, 1987. But unfortunately, the problems are still with us. So they have to straighten these things out to get away from all this controversy which always develop after those calypso competitions.
Well, thanks again. And I just want to, at this point, introduce a subject that we were discussing all this morning with Loftus Durand, a judge who, of course, broke his silence and said, what he witnessed seemed to be injustice. And we had another chief judge sharing his views. Mr. Dorival, Ian Dorival, shared this view for a few minutes this morning. Let's listen to this one. Mr. Dorival.
Well, my perspective on this, what Lofty described is basically part of the deliberation process.
Okay.
You never just judge a show and just go in and just give that the final result. You must go through what the system comes up with. And sometimes there are errors which we'll have to discuss. But let's just back a bit. Remember, the finals is judged on 2 rounds. It's an accumulation of the both points. It's just like you come out first in the first round and you come out second in the second round. You can come out first in the first round and come out second in the second round, and someone came out third in the first round and come out first in the second round and still emerge the winner because it's an accumulation of the both points. So you may get, for example, 80 points in the first round and get 95 points in the second. When you add the both of them, it's better than someone that got 85 in the first round and 75 in the second round. Just for mathematical total points, that's what gives you the win of the final.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you get to the deliberation part of the process, the system will give you what the final scores are. But it's not just about a system. You as the judges must sit together and discuss the whole process, or discuss what happened. Now, what happened in terms of 2 of the judges had a certain individual so far back. It's not unusual to ask them a question if they're an issue. Now, the judges could decide, okay, well, this is what I believe I saw, and this is what I'm speaking to. Although if, for example, all the other judges have you second, third, and you have them 7th, that's really something that you probably not too sure if it's an error in a calculation or whatever the case may be. But what Lofty just described there, whoever the individual is talking about, I am assuming is the chief judge. The chief judge have the right. The chief judge has the right to actually break a tie. That is within the rule. If 4 agree, the chief judge can decide, okay, well, this is why, and he can give his reasoning. Now, what is happening now, I have never seen over 25 years, I have never seen that happen. I have never seen judges come, because it's something that you keep within. What stays within the deliberation stays within the deliberation. I've never heard of any other judge doing such a thing. And I do not believe that's a proper practice. I am.
Repeat that last line again. Let me hear that again.
I said, what happened where a judge comes out in the media and describe what happened during the deliberation? I've never seen it in over 25 years of judging. I have never known any judge. Your disagreement and whatever the case may be is discussed during the deliberation. You don't go to the media of what happened within the deliberation. That is part of the code of being a judge. And I am shocked. We are at this stage, every year in Calypso, we always hear in judges this, judges that. It's not new. There's some person that agree. Once you don't win, or once who you think should win didn't win, you kind of judge. She said the judges are stole, they thief, they parody, whatever they call it now. But that is not. I do not believe any judges really come to this competition with a mind to steal. Because the system will throw you up. If you are very biased, the system will throw up your score. But it's.
But I'm trying to get your point here. Of course, during the first round, when they got the result in 15 minutes, it showed that National won by 1 point. When they did the deliberation, it showed that Daddy Chess emerged by 1 point. So what is your perspective? Now that National won by 1 point, the chief judge had an issue with that. Now that Daddy Chess won by 1 point, it appears he did not have an issue. What's your take?
Well, you see, then they vote. Then, they went through a process that they vote again to decide who thinks that National should have won and who thinks that Daddy Chess should have won. And they end up with a tie according to what he's saying, because I wasn't there.
No, but I agree with that. I agree with that. So would you say that there was a clear bias then? Because he voted. It's clear. He voted for Daddy Chess.
No, but it cannot be a clear bias, because
you remember the votes equal to 4-4. He's a tiebreaker. He had an issue when National won by 1 point. Now Daddy Chess won by 1 point. It appears did not have an issue.
But the issue is that he now, as the chief judge, have the right to decide to break the tie. So if it's a 4-4, that is what the policy says. The chief judge will break the tie, and he decides that Daddy Chess won. Maybe, I don't know, but as I said, I was not at the meeting, and then he would probably give a reason why he given Daddy Chess the win over Marshall, which was in the first instance was by 1 point, and in the next instance Daddy Chess by 1 point. But then that the policy says the chief judge will break a tie, and in the end he broke a tie and he gave Daddy Chess the win. Now, I don't know if that's what happened in the end, because I wasn't inside there. That's what Lofty said. And in the other judges, I got to.
But it's obviously clear, Mr. Tarival, that he decided there the first time that National did not win by 1 point because he went back to the two judges. But at the end of the deliberation, it's clear that Daddy Chess emerged at the top with 1 point, the very 1 point. So is that showing a little bias there?
No, I wouldn't say that he was showing a little bias, because he could have just said right away that he just win. But then they still went to a vote, because according to what Lofty said, they still went to a vote after. And 4 agreed that he just won, and 4 agreed National won. So it wasn't. I wouldn't say that was a bias. They went to a vote 4-4, and then there was a tie. And then he in his power as chief judge decided that based on a criteria, I don't know which criteria he used or what happened, and then he agreed that it just is the winner on the night. So it's all this is part of the policy, and as I said, I do not know what happened in there. In that.
But let's go forward. What do you think with all that controversy? How can we correct this going forward? How can we correct this?
Well, no. What I can say about correct. I think the issue is that's part of the process of judging. There must be a deliberation, and you must have a discussion, especially if you have some judges and judges that in a finals that have someone which is supposed to be the first top 3. So far, like number 7. So that discussion where you have to have a conversation Are you comfortable? Did you check your scores properly? And those sort of things. That's all part of the deliberation. It's nothing new about the deliberation where you verify, because you want, when you go out there, you give the true result of the show. And that's what most judges do. And that's what, as a chief judge, you have a conversation with all. If 7 out of the 9 persons have that it's just 1 and 2, and 2 have them 7 and 5, you must have a discussion in those 2 persons. It's not nothing new. It's something that you have a discussion. Now, if they are adamant that is how they saw, it goes. But then apparently, from what Lofty is saying, that they felt that they need to check a few things before the final thing. So there is nothing wrong about, or nothing different. Deliberation is part of the judging. You must look at it.
And you're saying what Lofty did you think was unethical?
Yes, I have never seen it. In my over 25 years of judging, I've never seen that happen. I think it's unethical. I think that should have never been done. That should have never been encouraged, because you're just going to create a lot of issues during the Calypso season and after. And it's really not fair to the judges that are doing this free of charge, using your full time. I don't think they are coming to be malice to any Californian. I do not believe any judges. Granted, you have more experienced judges and more and judges that are.
You don't think that some judges come to the competition with any bias? Are you saying that categorically?
I do not believe that. I cannot say for a fact people come with biases, but I do not believe they come. But because you should not be a judge. The first thing of being a judge, you have to be unbiased. If you put yourself up to be a judge, you have to be key. You have to be. You can have no political biases. You can have no religious biases. Even if you're Christian and somebody come and talk against Christianity, you have to give the person points based on their merits. You just have to be unbiased. I mean, one day somebody did very well. You give them points. If they did bad, you have to give them likewise. So I do not believe judges, and hopefully that's not the case. I mean, with biases, he's not supposed to.
All right, Mr. Dorival, thank you for joining us on that discussion again. Your opinion, and I'm sure there are other opinions as well. We have some.
Daddy, mommy, oh, sweet calypso, mama. Daddy just on the bed and again. Yummy now. From the PM down to the garbage man, from the priest down to skeptic hands. All affiliates.
Let me say congratulations to Daddy Chance, who emerged winner in the road match.
No exception. We all are guilty for the shape of we country.
That announcement was made was it yesterday?
Yeah. Pointing finger at every opportunity, a limping nation. So wounded, I'll be visiting everybody. Why? We are the beast in our own fairy tale. Why? We build up, we soften, now we break the nail. Why? A place we were born to be free. The island with the sweetest melody, created as a masterpiece, but we continue to be beauty and the peace. From north to south, west to east, yes, we continue to be beauty and the peace. It's beauty and the peace. Mama. Sweet calypso. Every man must learn to understand how every do or don't affect this land. The very children we mold by word and hand become tomorrow's voice, tomorrow's brand. Guns and violence, beauty in hysteria. We not check the youth, we play on social media. Broken families, so they kick them left to roam, and the chaos within the beat, calling them home. Oh, I, we are the beast in our own fairy tale. Oh, I, we build up with coffin, now we break the nail. Oh, I, a place we were born to be free. The island with its sweetest melody, created as a masterpiece, but we continue to be beauty and the peace. From north to south, west to east, yes, we continue to be beauty and the peace. It's beauty and the peace. Sweet calypso, mama, mama. Yama. Getting off the belly of the mountainside. Watch the rivers choke as the records slide. Don't say there's no progress without sacrifice. But in progress is the poor man who paid the price. What about beauty? She who feel the pain. What the consultation? These questions remain. And to my leader, when you say for betterment, Mother Nature, keeping score for the price of development. Why? We are the beast in our own fairy tale. Why? Why? We build up with coffin, now we ready nail. Why? Why? A place we were born to be free. The island with the sweetest melody, created as a masterpiece, but we continue to be beauty and the peace. From north to south, west to east, yes, we continue to be beauty and the peace.
Daddy Chance in the first round.
Beauty and the peace.
And this was Nashal in the first round. Nashal. We'll come back for your comments after this. Those of you who missed the show.
Good book said, truth don't get my romance. Hope they're called until the end. Right, that should defend every corner of society. Politics, church, and in the family. We should have protection against all exploitation. We are the boss, you are the employee. Every month you get in your big salary, but to do your duty while you acting the young lady, to tuck your lolly. Careful what you do. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Because my mother is watching, and that man not joking, all evil forces will end up on their knees. We keep still and pray, still and pray, and more relax, because hammer, never forget an address. All the wrong you do, that's what you will get. It's time to treat people with respect. When they don't hold you, you will regret. Oh. There are some evil men who love to abuse women, kick them, punch them, whip them, from touching young children, mental and sexual abuse, leave them traumatized and confused. Some of them like program zombies. In their roots, so the public will not see. And then we have pedo, criticizing pedo in church every Sunday and putting on a show. The moral police, that they're evil and not finished, it's still a secret. Careful what you do. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Because my father is looking, and that man not looking, all evil forces will end up on their knees. We just have to pray and worry less. Because hammer, never forget an address. All the wrong you do, that's what you will get. You need to treat women with respect. When the judgment comes, you will regret.
Who did you think won that first round? I'll find out and I'll let you know, okay? Tight competition.
We have Lithuania, a big veteran in a competition. So welcome everyone in their kind of that world. They're playing like unbreakable. Instead they show you the way. They want you to run away. Is it fear or is it jealousy? You call me writer, I wanna be. But you should lift up, don't discourage. Next time you come on the stage, careful what you do. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Because God go like a flea, and He will protect me from evil forces. And their bad deeds. All I do is pray. All I do is pray. Everything blessed. Oh, remember, come on. Never forget and I try. All the wrong you do, that's what you will share. It's not to treat people with respect. One day, one night, I will share.
Big outro tonight. The Monica will get the Monarchy. A big song there on that night. Out of the first round. Somebody said, man, well done, Lofty. He did the right thing. He just opened up a can of worms. There's always a first time to expose the crime. But the people paid their monies for fairness. Judging so judging have to be spoken about. The judges are trying to discourage singing about the government. That is what the person is saying here right now. And on the telephone with me, I suspect Mr. Loftus Durant is on the telephone. Just want to respond what he heard from another chief judge this morning, basically referring to his comments as unethical. Loftus Durant, you heard Mr. Dorival. Your thoughts?
Well, Matt, good afternoon again, and good afternoon to your listeners.
Good afternoon to you.
I chose to respond to Mr. Dorival based on his comments. I heard coming from your areas after I spoke this morning. I don't normally respond to everything I hear, but putting me in the bracket of being unethical, like other persons have been doing, that is why I chose to break my silence and even choose now to respond to Mr. Dorival.
Mm-hmm.
But let me put some points on the table and ask Mr. Dorival and others who are in his corridor of reasoning why I spoke a question, and I need an answer from them based on their conscience. But I said this morning, and I'm going to repeat again, when we retired on the night, we gave our results to the judge, the chief judge that is, to compute in a computer. We were waiting. At the end of that, it was about 15 minutes, we were summoned around a table. And here goes the deliberations that Brother Dorival is speaking about. We were told that based on our score sheet, what we saw, what we witnessed on the night, we were told then Nashel is the winner by 1 point, followed by Mr. Daddy Chef, followed by Joyce Stout. Here comes the Bob. That was the lineup. The question was asked of us, do you guys are in agreement with the result? There was an emphatic yes by all of us. And in my humble opinion, Master SPLT, before I continue, to me, the buck should have stopped there. And that is where, from then on, I have an issue based on what went on. And so, Mr. Dorival and people of your ilk, I need you now to really and truly search your consciences to respond adequately. So after that emphatic yes was given by the judges, we agree with the results based on the scores.
And you're talking about 7-2?
What's that?
Oh, unanimously, it was in favor of Nashel. That's your point.
9 of us.
Oh, 9 of you.
9 of us, not the FLT. Now, out of that, our body, I am hearing you guys referring to whoever you guys think it is. Our body, I am prepared to say, scrutinized 2 of the sheets, and they realized something is a bit off in terms of 2 judges, in terms of their positioning of Daddy Chess being number 2 now on the results we had already agreed upon based on our score sheet. That body called in these two judges and asked them whether what they saw on the night in terms of Chess's performance on stage, not after the fact, on stage, whether they are still willing to stick to their gun in terms of the number, the data. They said an emphatic yes. They went on to give their reasons why and what. So there was an emphatic yes from these two who stood out. Thereafter, Master SPLT and the public, that body turned to us, the seven, and asked us a question to suggest, are you guys, are we the seven in agreement? Do we see anything? Do we have anything to say with the positioning of your two colleagues as per Daddy Chess's performance? We thought about it, and there was this consensus among ourselves now. These two colleagues of ours, based on what we saw on the night, they, we said, did not do justice to Daddy Chess's position. And so we said, no, something is a bit off. Thereafter, the body now asked these two judges to go back into their scholarship and come up now with something rational, reasonable, where they think now in their mind that they would want to place Daddy Chess if they so desire. After they said an emphatic yes, that is where the melee began, Master SPLT. And so when these two judges did what they did, they amended, they edited, they erased, they did whatever, it was plugged into the system. Daddy Chess emerged as winner, quote unquote, the second round of deliberations discussion. And the business followed after the vote and the chief judge untying the vote and whatever it is. So my question to Dorival and others, do you guys think that the two judges in question, they were supposed to be given that opportunity to go back, to revert back to their scholarship, to amend, to edit, to make corrections, to do whatever? After the fact, remember, you have to judge. That is what we were instructed to do, a performance on stage live. So you are not relying now on afterthought, things you can remember, things that may be murky, there's a lot of noise, you in the heat of the action. And that alone, Master SPLT, is my issue. Nothing else. That alone is my issue. So Mr. Dorival and others, so please, I humbly beseech you guys, in terms of an answer, do you guys think the process was contaminated there or not? I rest my SPLT.
Thank you, Lofty. Thank you again for putting this thing in perspective. 449-3095. As a matter of fact, I did ask Mr. Dorival to listen very carefully. But let's take more phone calls. We have half an hour there. It's becoming very heated at this time on the Talk on the Block. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Matt, listen to me carefully.
I'm listening to you, sir.
That young lady was flawless. I don't see where she loses. Do you see in Dominica, we have volley and shockwave volley, as my granny would always say. A volley would come out from his nasty ways, but a shockwave volley will always remain a shockwave volley. Can't you remember what I said to you? The ladies have the men and them by their crotch.
That's it, yeah.
Fine. And I said to you, there is no way, no day that a woman not going to take it. But in the nasty system, each and every time, one day, somebody will go down for that. So it is not my saying, it is coming from biblical. Give me what is mine and take what is yours. You deliberately rob the woman and right away it could go back to the drawing board. And Daddy Chess and the rest of those that do it at the back can just come back and say, okay, fine enough, that belongs to her, give it to her. It's not too late. Because what you're going to do presently, you are mashing her up, which, of course, if she come with her best and you are stealing it, what's she going to come with? So it is time for us to put things in place. Don't mix grapes with apple. Apple is apple, grapes is grapes. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Lagum Spirit, Mr. Bick. Let's take another call. 2:32 is the afternoon time. Yes? As a matter of fact, I spoke to management of Nashville and they're actually thinking of some action. Maybe illegal. We'll find out. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt, it's me again.
You're back.
It's not me, but I'm angry. Matt, Lofty has done the right thing. Some people cannot remain thieves all the time of their life. Thieves have to go outside right now. Lofty, you have done nothing wrong. And this young woman, not even her opponent, her people that maybe don't like that side, whatever side they are, on the other radio station, gave the girl win, before everything. So that is to show you. They gave her one. They said this woman has won the crown. And that is it.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. 2:33 is the afternoon time, yes, as we continue to ponder on the finals. Hello, yes?
Not.
Yes, uh-huh.
Not everyone here.
What's that? You are on radio. Yes, go ahead.
That will always happen in graduate competition and not a two-round competition.
Hey, that's Pat Aaron, and I didn't recognize your voice. Yes, go ahead, sir.
This kind of thing will always happen because it's a two-round competition. And some judges may judge hard and some judges may judge soft. So the liberation of service is very important. It must happen. And I thought it was the best judgment I've ever seen in a competition.
You think that it was the best judgment?
Yeah. The final result to me was very, 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 very on point.
So you're saying you're satisfied that Daddy Chess won the competition?
Yes, and Nashville was runner-up.
Nashville was first runner-up. Okay.
Yeah.
Very respectful of you. Thank you very much. That was, of course. Hello, Pat Aaron. Hello, talk to me. Yes? That's some of the best results he said he's heard for a long, long time. 449-3095-96 and 97. The telephones are going crazy here. And let's see. Let's see, of course. Uh-huh. And that's a seasoned writer and Calypsonian. Somebody says, Matt, remember I told you that they're going to have two female monarchs 2 years in a row. So when anyone says that no judge comes with their performance bias is delusional. Anyone who believes that no judge comes to the competition of any form of bias is simply being delusional. No disrespect, Mr. Dorival. Whenever human beings are left to their own decision, there's always a chance of biasness. Just another opinion. 449-3095-96 and 97. Let's go back to the telephone. Yes? Uh-huh.
Yes, man. Good afternoon. A friend of mine who I worked with in Guyana told me old people told him opinions are like assholes. Everybody have one. Matt, when the judges redid their conquer second time, okay? If they had a big lead with Daddy Chess, I would have agreed. But you had a 1 point lead by Nasher over Daddy Chess. And when you recheck whatever, you get a 1 point lead from Daddy Chess over Nasher. I think it should have been gone the way it was the first time. Give her the crown.
Okay.
And then Mr. Dorival says, first time he's seeing that in 25 years, he's on judging thing. Matt, he is seeing the first time for a lot again. Not the one thing that he's first time. 20 other things you have to see.
All right. Caller, thank you very much. I was told that Mr. Lennox Linton dissented there sometime ago when the Bricks took the crown from the Dice. Hello, talk to me, yes? So it's not the first time. Are you there?
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
How are you? How are you? Yes.
I'm good, and you?
Okay, hanging in there.
Okay. I think that controversy, that thing should stop you. I think it's going too far. I believe that the show was judged. For me, I was at the show. And for me, it could have gone either way. It could have gone to Nashelle. It could have gone to Daddy Chess. It gone to Daddy Chess, so just leave it alone, you know. It bring too much, you know, and if you listen to Daddy Chess song properly, the song Daddy Chess is singing, Beauty and the Beast, what is happening right now, it pertains to that song pertains to it, Beauty and the Beast. We can be so beautiful, but we can be so ugly, you know. Just leave it alone. It could have gone either way.
All right, caller, thank you very much on the telephone. We have to respect your opinion as well. Hello, yes?
You say it was Dice and
Observer.
Dice and Observer. No, you said it the wrong way. You said Dice and the Priest. So Dice and Observer.
I said the Dice and what? The Priest?
You said Dice and I just remember you just said it.
Breaks?
Yes, it's a Dice and Breaks.
No, it was Dice and Observer. If I made a mistake, yes.
Yeah, try correcting you again.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. 449-3095-96 and 97 238, yes? Oh. More telephone calls coming in here. This is Q, 9 to 5 in the afternoon here. Let's see if we can take a few calls before we wrap it up. Somebody says, Nashelle is beauty and the judges are what? Are the best. Nashelle is beauty and the judges are the best. That's a WhatsApp message. Lofty, well done. Jah brings, I brought you here to expose what is going on along. Just imagine I was listening to DBS in the night of the show, and Duncan Stowe, Cecil Joseph, and this other guy was all saying Nashelle won. Once these guys said Nashelle won, and really won, ask Mr. Dorival, would you see someone stealing and saying nothing? Would you see a crime and not report it? Pat and Aaron, somebody says, them guys not easy. When the shoe's squeezing you, Pat, I hope you will wear it. Huh? Again, we just have to respect each other's opinion. Huh? We have to agree to disagree.
I love Calypso. I look forward to the Calypso's competition every single year. And this year, no exception, Matt. I want to say kudos to Lofty for coming out and speak. I know it wasn't an easy decision. You know, being the odd one out, the different one is, it's going to come with a hefty price. We know the environment we're living in. But I think Lofty did that not only to break consensus with the judges, I think he did that mainly for a lesson for Dominicans and lesson As much as it may hurt, we have to do the right thing because we've been down in a system where the status quo always rules, always make decisions for everybody else, whether the people like it or not. And I think, as ironic as it is, it's sort of like symbolic. The whole Calypso controversy and what is happening now is very symbolic of the environment that Dominica is operating in. And I think it's going to take some really strong and brave souls like Lofty to break the mold, to start maybe, hopefully, seeing things differently. In terms of the competition myself, looking at it from, the diaspora, I honestly, I mean, I'm gonna say huge congratulations to all the people who participated in the in the Calypso show, and also a competition, and also mainly to those who emerged as winners. More so, Daddy Chess and Michelle. I knew from watching the show that there was not going to be much of a difference in the in the point scoring of between Nashelle and Daddy Chess. They clearly, to me, were the front runners of the competition. In my opinion, and that's just me, I said either one of those they given the crown to, I was satisfied with, and the 1 point disparity, I'm not surprised by. The method in which it was done, obviously, Nashelle seemed to have emerged the winner, whether it's just by 1 point, but whether it's half a point a winner, she was the winner. However, the deliberation was Daddy Chess emerged the winner. However, it was still by 1 point. And I think, looking at the competition from the perspective of the Calypsonians, I think they both did excellent jobs on the night of the show. For me personally, when I looked at it, I kind of also had given Daddy Chess the win for the competition. But if Nashelle was the one that was chosen by the judges, she should have been given the crown, and I would have been very satisfied with that also. Based on her performance, kudos to her for, just joining the Calypso Association. One thing about her, you can see she's on there promoting Calypso all year round. And that is the kind of encouragement that this art form really needs, because as we can see, there have been non-stop, relentless work towards ending that Calypso, or transforming the Calypso to what they want it to be. And we know exactly where we're coming from. And I did kind of make a note on it earlier when I spoke to you earlier, sometime last week. And you can see. So at this point right now, they've given Daddy Chess the crown. It also comes with a monetary value. Knowing what we know now, I mean, it's really up to the judges, I believe, and the Calypso Association. But like they say, the judges' decision is final. So what I would hate to see, though, is that creating such a rift between Calypsonians. And based on what I see, even though Calypsonians felt they were badly treated or dealt, terrible blows during elimination or quarterfinals or whatever, these were the very same Calypsonians who showed up for the other Calypsonians on the stage to support them during those performances. So I think at the end of the day, Calypsos should continue. I think we have to be careful how we handle this also, because what we don't want to do is to cause, rift between Calypsonians and between, the very same people who stand up and support each other. We see it year after year, Calypsonians feel that they badly treated, however, they still come back, which I admire a lot. They don't take it personally. They come back the next year swinging, batting, making the art form continue. So in all of this, I just want us to remember the Calypsonians who put themselves on the line, who sacrifice a lot, who take the time and energy out of all what they have to do. And let's not try to create any kind of division among them, because already the art form is struggling and suffering so much. I think it's the Calypso Association again. I think they have to do an overhaul of the system. They said they overhaul the system. I hope it has not been overhauled for the leaning towards or the current administration what they want Calypso to look like, because at the end of the day, Calypso is social commentary. Calypso is the grievances that are aired out there, and of course, we know these types of Calypsos are the ones that always win anyway. That's what the Calypsos are, the people that resonate with the people and the people embrace. So, having said that, thank you, Lofty, for speaking out. I don't think they'll ever put you back on the judging panel, but that is something for the judges to look at very closely and do the right thing. Have a good day, Matt, and I really wish everybody the best in this whole controversial Calypso season. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody is trying to get in now. I have another response there from Marlon Girardal, the writer and producer of the two songs presented by Nashal, and of course, the controversy that followed. Marlon Girardal, let me hear your voice note. Yes.
Matt, I can't get through on the phone, so I sent him a message.
Yes.
Matt, I listened to Ian Dorival and I just started to laugh because, you see, those guys think that because there's Ian Dorival and there's this person and that person, status quo, that they can just call the radio and try to spin and gaslight people into thinking that the sky is orange and the sky is not blue. But you have to listen to them carefully when they speak, so you can catch them in their tricks and their lies. First lie Ian told, and when they're spinning, they have to lie. First lie, he said, we never seen that happen before, where a judge spoke out against what happened. Lennox did it before, and he put out an article called I Dissent. And Ian knows that, but he chose to lie, thinking the public would not remember. The same way they thought that they could have done what they did in previous shows on Saturday, and it will not go out. So they are upset that they are caught in what they usually do. Okay? But like everything else, Matt, things just come to an end. You can get away with things for 100 days, and on the 101 day, it can stop. So the end is at hand. That kind of thing in Calypso, it is coming to an end, Ian Dorival. Don't try to defend it. Don't try to save it. Okay? The chief judge, the body, as far as I'm concerned, he should stay far away from a score sheet, a judging pool, or anything to do with Calypso, effective immediately. Those judges, Matt, let me tell you something about some of them. They have been made to do what they want for so long. And they have that pro bono thing that they hanging over their head. Like, it's pro bono, so don't stress us out. Let us do what we want. That these people almost want to dictate to the Calypso Association how things should be done. But that is not so at all. The Calypso Association is the one running the competition. And the Calypso Association can disband all you today if they want to. Okay? All you out of order, all you out of place and out of timing. And it is high time, after 35 years or 40 years, it is high time that some people get involved in this thing to put some of you in all your place. And sometimes it takes a new face, a new voice, an underdog to come and make the deba that is necessary. And I'm happy that Loftus exposed what happens. But it does not end there. You guys will not be allowed to do this again in Dominica. It's not going to happen. Because the Calypsonians are the one that running that association and they call the shots, not you, Ian Dorival, or the body. Boy, that might make a song next year, the body. Not you. When you said that deliberations take place, yes, it takes place. The deliberation that you spoke about, Ian Dorival, it takes place and it took place. And the judges say, yes, that is our decision. Why didn't it end there? You want to talk about ethics. It is unethical for Lofty to be the whistleblower to say that when the deliberation took place, Pressure was put on 2 judges to change their score sheet. You want to call him unethical to expose that, but it is not unethical for the body to have coerced a tie that he know he have to break. And as soon as he get the results he wanted, he ran to the stage with a big smile on his face and standing right by the engineer, and he give them people the paper. All you fellas are part of the problem. But all problem one day does have a solution. And the solution is here. And all you cannot do nothing to stop it. Watch that space. There are new sheriffs in town, and it will never be the same. Have a good afternoon.
Workshop after workshop, them methods we see. The conspiracy seems to be working. With no help from politicians, so we turn to the people, and this is what we say. Let's say you're with it, but you can't let us find. Let's say you're with it.
Some people are saying the show was well judged. Okay. So based on what Lofty said, after the 15 minutes or 20 minutes and the first decision came, was not that a good judgment? Was that not a good judgment? That is the big question, that is being asked now, If that very first judgment was not good, the original judgment, that is the simple thing the man asking,
Somebody always say it so. Who's a thing? Don't be a shit. Put up your hands and claim your shit. Somebody is not me. Somebody always technically so. That's why the guy always said so.
I don't understand what's wrong with those people. The young lady that just called you and said, why don't they leave it alone? And I'm surprised of what Pat Aaron said. If Nashel and Daliches was tied, I don't have a problem to give it to Daliches, but the judge had Nashel as the winner, people. Are you all in Daliches' favor? They had Nashel as the winner, and they changed it. That's the whole issue. If Nashel and Daliches was tied, then we could say all them things there. But they had Nashel as the winners as per Lofty. Lofty said Nashel was 1 point above Daliches. So why this woman calling and say, why don't we leave it alone? Looks like she's a supporter of come on, man. I mean, it's common sense. Kindergarten knowledge can see through that. Lofty saw that he had to come and speak on it because it wasn't right, because 7 of the judges was in Nashel's favor. And they had Nashel 1 point above Daliches. So where is the problem? Because the chief judge wanted Daliches to get it. Common sense there.
Every year it's the same thing. Fans and them complaining. What was wrong with Mystery Song? Someone needs to answer questions. They stifle in the answer.
Somebody's asked me to get Simeon's opinion. Social commentator. Well, based on a comment he said to me this morning, he basically said the 2 judges may have erred, They clearly erred. That's all he said.
Man, so Mark,
yeah.
So being honest and saying the truth is wrong. That's why I keep on telling you, man. Dominica mindset is so different. A man come out, speak an open honesty of what took place, and people think about judge and ethics and all that, and low ethics for speaking the truth. I mean, come on, man. If obviously someone won, they won. You cannot go and send someone to back to the drawing board and come and then you give your own result. I mean, you personally went against all the rest of the judges, you know, and you come in now and say about rights and stuff. So you have rights of being dishonest in Dominica? You have rights of stealing in Dominica? You have rights of doing the wrong thing in Dominica? It has been happening for years, my brother. If they don't like you, they don't like you. They just try all kind of ways to manipulate the system for their own personal gain. That's why I tell a lot of people, them are scholars and all them people there, you see them silent. It's because of personal gain, you know. It's not because of love of country or any art form or anything, you know, bro. These people are just there for their personal gain. Many people are afraid to speak because of their personal gain. We have a selfish attitude right now. That's why so many of our young men killing one another because they're living for nothing. These are the examples that we get from top people in society, people that are supposed to be our leaders and be role models, saying ethics have no more rights in this beautiful country. Man, after us, brilliant work, bro. Don't make nobody tell you what to do, bro. Honesty always key, bro. It's two things in that is bad and good, bro. Always choose good over bad, my brother. God bless you, man. People don't like people that speak good, you know. The people that are honest are always the one they attack, my brother. Always know that. A man will kill somebody at the courts, and everybody will run at the court to see who's the man. A man standing by the road with a Bible preaching the word of God, they say he's a madman. A lot of things negative is very, 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 very easy to attract people. Negativity, bro. God bless you all.
I know one singer sang, "What is so wrong in being right, huh?"
Somebody,
more telephone calls. We don't have too much more time. Are you there, caller? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I love Calypso.
Yeah.
And I was at the finals. It was between Daddy Chef and Michelle.
Right.
Two judges heard it. So they had to go back to do whatever they And a lot of people are talking and calling. They were not at the show. So let it be. And now on, don't waste your money, waste your time, and stress yourself. And go and the final, the judge's decision is final. Right now?
That's
The
an
judge's decision is final. Let it be.
but no, but the judges' decision, they were unanimous. 9 judges voted for Nashal. 9 judges. You know that?
And I don't want to match 5.
No.
Oh,
9.
yes,
Hold on.
Between
Well, we're having a discussion. 9 judges gave Nashal the edge. He edged him by 1 point. 1 point. They went back after that unanimous decision, and they went back and reviewed the scores. Would you agree with that?
Well, I was at the show and between Daddy Chess and National. I'll get to Daddy Chess.
All right. You see the obvious bias. Your choice over somebody else's. Everybody seems to have a different opinion. Some National, some Daddy Chess. But the first round, 9 judges gave Nashal a unanimous decision. But 2 out of the 9 gave Dalichess lower points. I think placed him 5 or 7. 1 placed him 5 and 1 placed him 7.
Put up your hands and claim your seat. Somebody is not me. Somebody that we calypso. That's why the calypso it says so.
Somebody says, man, it's clear that have you heard me street song saying somebody Pat was in Calypso? They're the same faces every year. I hope that Pat Aaron will continue to stay out of Calypso so the fair judging he's speaking about will continue. Marlon Wright skills is a thread period, somebody saying at this time for 9. And of course, we have to respect the writing skills also of my friend Pat Aaron. He's a legend we have to respect too, huh? Somebody suggesting that should be brought before the court.
Every year is the same thing. Fans and them complaining. What was wrong?
And the Dominica Calypso Association should fix it.
If you answer questions, they stifle in the answer.
And create a transparent and credible process moving forward. It will turn a lot of patrons away if this continues to happen. The hard fans, the die-hard fans are disappointed. The evidence, to hear the evidence that we all have long suspected. Are they killing the art form? Somebody said they did to Dicey so many times.
Somebody, before them to storm high, before you see those. Somebody, from the judge for shit, covered with bullshit. Somebody.
All right, Dominica, we've got to go. Let's take...
I've got to go.
Yes, quickly, yeah.
Something, man. Calypso, everybody have their favorites, okay? I like that one, But you have to judge on the night of the show or the person perform. Now, what I'm saying, Matt, to close that, if the majority of the judges, as you say, 9 or how many, have Nashville as the winner, what you going back and review for? You understand, Matt? That is right. Something not right. If the majority have to pursue it, just leave it like that. The two judges probably that give low marks, but you can talk to them at some other point and probably show them, or they should judge or why. You understand, Matt? But the decision is already taken because somebody already won. So why did he have to go back and review? Thank you.
Thank you. Now we've got to go. I'll leave you with this one from Brother Sai. Before you go, Pats, got to go. See you tomorrow till Friday. Dominica, I'm gone.
I will never wait until you go. Come publicly and let you know the kind of contribution you have made. Your legacy will never fade. Your constant lyrics and tempo, the toughest bits of prose, the way you transform character. You are a real kingmaker. Indeed, your contribution deserves much recognition. You are never deprived of your powers while you are alive. So before you go, before you go, the country wants you to know. Before you go, before you go, before you go, oh, we appreciate this so. You are the hero, guy so maestro, the best that we ever had. A master lyricist, champion specialist. There is so much more we can add. So battle before you go. Before you go. Yes, he wants you to know. Before you go. He runs before you go. Love and your flowers just want to show. Hey, love. You serve that before much good on you. On you Sunday, you put the face. You brought the way you brought the news. Oh, your it was not amused. Every piece that you will buy us, it's only once that you gave your blast. And if a man was not your friend,
You jam into the end. But no one can question your passion and your brilliance. So many you get a chance to help them. Before you go, before you go, the country wants you to know. Before you go, before you go, before you go. Oh, we appreciate you so. You are a real hero. So maestro, the best that we ever had. A master lyricist, social activist. There is so much more we can add. So pato, before you go. Pato, before you go. Yes, we want you to know. Pato, before you go. And run before you go. Pato. Love and your flowers just want to show. Hey, Lord. Never would. Never fall and them know. Never. I share me the dying blood. Up to legend is all you are. The legacy that you create will leave a mark that's truly great. See when you serve your country, you work to raise its dignity. You help Calypso till it's started, and never look for no reward. You keep your do with passion as a true Dominican. Come on, take a bow. I'm giving you your topping now. Before you go, before you go. The country wants you to know. Before you go, before you go. Before you go. Oh, we appreciate you so. You are a real hero. Guys, so maestro, the best that we ever had. A master lyricist, justice specialist. There is so much more we can add. So, pato, before you go. Pato, before you go. Yes, we want you to know. Pato, before you go. Run before you go. Pato. Love and your flowers just want to show. Hey, God. Live out. Life that you know. Live out.
Anytime, whatever you're doing, stop. Are you confirmed to exercise your right, your vote, your party, your responsibility? This fresh confirmation process gives you the power and authority to choose your candidate. Don't miss this opportunity. Don't let it pass you by. Go exercise your right. Dépôt fait ça, on bouge vote. Précomptez, toujours devant. Your vote is important.